Hello, and welcome to Choosing the Right Format for Instruction. Based on content contributed by Stephanie, Lana, Kathy, and Chris. Hello, I'm Chris. Thank you. Our topics for this video include face-to-face and classroom learning, online and web-based learning, blended learning, and learning in the context of our current pandemic. First, let's discuss face-to-face learning. Some advantages for face-to-face learning in the classroom include focus. Students tend to focus more when they're sitting in a classroom being led by an instructor. Another advantage is adaptability. Teachers can adapt the training content to specific needs of the participants in the classroom. Teachers can provide more support in a face-to-face classroom setting, and there's more interpersonal interaction. Teachers can also build their professional and personal relationships and networks face-to-face at the school. And they can break down silos and share best practices. Also in the classroom, there's more equity in access to resources. Children are in a safe environment. They receive nutrition. For some children, their school meal is their best meal of the day. And socialization by being together and being able to communicate and interact. Now let's discuss online or web-based learning. There are two types of web-based learning: synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning is characterized by real-time interaction between the instructor and learners, and across learners. It can include video conferencing, such as Zoom, Skype, or Blackboard, discussion boards, such as a live Twitter chat, or conference calls. Asynchronous learning is conducted at the learner's own pace or schedule, for example, completing activities in a learning management system. Those activities can include quizzes, e-learning modules, or watching videos. Discussion boards can also be used for asynchronous learning. When creating web-based learning, whether it's synchronous or asynchronous, you need to consider your learners' access to the internet. What is their schedule like? What level of engagement are you expecting from your learners? And what activities do you have planned to keep their engagement and keep things interesting? You should also consider your learners' time and your own. What is the value of the online interactions that you're creating? And consider what pre- and post-event activities you'll be creating for your synchronous activities. When conducting online learning, you should clearly communicate your expectations and norms and routines associated with those activities. You should make yourself available to individual students to be able to provide timely feedback. Now let's talk about blended learning. Blended learning is any combination of face-to-face and web-based learning. It should be based on learner needs, with the instructor using the right tool at the right time. An example of a blended learning tool is the flipped classroom, where students study the material on their own time outside of the classroom via web-based asynchronous means, such as videos. Then students participate in problem solving and group activities in the classroom based on what they learned on their own. Let's talk about learning in the context of the current COVID-19 pandemic. Here are some considerations. Base your lessons on the needs and technology access of your students. You know your students, and you should consider their individual barriers to learning when designing learning activities. And also consider what support your students may need beyond academics. Practice self-care. Don't let your planning and teaching consume you. Create a structure for yourself. Set office hours and establish a routine. Find your stress reliever. Stay safe and take care. Thank you for watching our video. Please visit our group discussion for more information.